Right, Danny. Another tough result. Defeat once again. What do you make of today?
Yeah, another tough one. I think losing track of the amount of 1-0 defeats that we've had, and coming out here and speaking to you guys and saying the same old thing. It's the same story. I think, like, in the game, not comfortable, but we're well in games, competing. Today we had a number of opportunities. We just had a look back then with Bondi. We've had 7 shots at the goal today, 7 on target. How many of them did we really stretch the goalkeeper? The one at the end was a great save, and maybe a couple more. But we're just not ruthless enough in the final third. We don't take enough care. Our quality is not there, and that's collective. That's not looking at individuals. That's everybody. Once we arrive in those moments, whether it falls to a midfielder or a centre half or whoever's out in a wide area, at this moment in time, we're just not ruthless enough, and that's been our problem. That's ultimately why we're in the position we are, and looking like the worst is going to happen. Clearly, we've still got 3 games to go, 9 points to play for. You get all of those 9, then there's a very good chance that you manage to stay up, but it's looking increasingly difficult, and this result could be really damaging for us.
Yeah, frustrating is the word I would use. Pretty much same old story. As you pointed out, we do really lack quality in the final third, particularly with the final finish, getting some really good openings and failing to score, which just not going our way, is it?
No, it's not, and we talk about it for the last few weeks now. Those boys are really low on confidence, and when those moments fall to them, you can see some of the shots. They're not catching them cleanly. They're scuffing efforts to keep us making relatively comfortable saves, and like I said, we just need one to go in off someone's backside, and we'll be up and running. But like, defensively, as a unit, we look relatively solid. Our build-up play is decent at times. We manage to get out and we get up the pitch and get into some good areas. It's that last bit.
And other results didn't particularly go our way today. Does look a very daunting task now. 5 points off with 9 remaining though, like you say. So how do you see it?
I haven't seen the results, to be honest, so I don't know. I'm obviously focusing on what we've done here today and then debriefing. So I've not seen the results, and if that's the case, if it is 5 points, then so be it. It is what it is, and we've put ourselves in that situation. But what we have got is 3 games remaining, 9 points to play for. We've got to go and get all 9, at least 7, 9. 7 minimum, 9 maximum, and that's what's available to us. So what we can't do is feel sorry for ourselves. We owe it to you guys, the fans, the board of directors. We owe it to ourselves to keep going until that last ball's kicked on that last game in 10 days time, whatever it is now, or 14 days time. We owe it to the supporters and the badge to go and do that. So that's what I want to be seeing. I don't want to be seeing anyone throw the towel in. You get a win next Friday at home against Dorchester, then it sets up the last 2 games, and that's what we've got to do. We've just got to focus on the next one, go and get 3 points, and give everything we've got to try and keep our hopes alive. But as you say, it's looking difficult, but it's not over.
Certainly not over. Obviously, we know you're staying next season. Congrats on that. Is it potentially a chance, if worst comes to worst, we are down by next Friday, you have a chance for some early next season preparations?
I think so. Whichever way, whichever way, it enables me. It gives me a little bit of clarity. It gives the players in the dressing room clarity, and it gives any potential players that we're looking to bring in a little bit of clarity as well. So we're looking at all options. There'll inevitably be players in the dressing room that don't want to be here next year, and there will be players who do. Everyone's got to fight for that over the next 3 games as well, and there's things going on behind the scenes here. I think it's a cracking club, and people don't realise the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So we should be fighting to try and keep this club in this division, because you look around the southwest, unless you're going up step 2, there's not a lot around. There's not a lot around at all. And if the worst happens and we go down, this is still, in my opinion, the best club to be at in the southwest. And people need to, I think the players in the dressing room need to realise that. This is a good club, a big club. We look after people, and they owe it to themselves and the club to give everything in the last 3 games.
And next up is Dorchester on the Friday. when it's a must-win, it's not the sort of team you want to be playing, but we just got to play with freedom, don't we? And then we don't have a lot to lose anymore, do we?
Yeah, we have, exactly. Like we've seen it before. We keep talking about that Marlow moment. 10 points adrift, rock bottom, nothing to lose, and they went out and played with freedom and showed us what they can do. They've been playing with the world on their shoulders, and that's the pressure should be a privilege in my opinion, but maybe a few of them haven't stood up to that pressure. We've got a lot of young lads in the dressing room. But on Friday there is no pressure. Everyone's looking at it thinking we are as good as Dane. So Dorchester will come to us with pressure, looking to get in the playoffs. We'll go and play with freedom. A Friday game, hopefully a decent crowd, and we can go and hopefully enjoy ourselves and give it absolutely everything, and hopefully get 3 points on the board, and then you never know.
Cool. Cheers, Danny.
Cheers.